Greetings, everyone. Well, got another Mill Creek DVD and Blu-ray update for you. Yeah, picked up a few more of the four-pack movie sets that they've been putting out, and a bunch more of the double feature Blu-rays. So thought we'd take a look at them, see what's new in the world of the multi-movie goodness that Mill Creek's been putting out lately. Really good stuff, really affordable, and a really interesting mix of movies. So let's check them out today on the Multimedia Chronicles. Welcome back. Alrighty, let's start off by taking a look at the various 4 movie collections that I picked up. Got some, actually got some movies that I've been on the hunt for a while, but I'll make mention of those when we get to them. So first off, we have a 4 movie collection of comedies, just a few there that kind of struck my eye. We have Chevy Chase and Jack Palance in Cops and Robertsons. We got what many consider to be Bill Cosby's worst movie of all time, and funny enough, it was this movie that made me want this set, because I've never seen the DVD of just the individual movie anywhere else. I'm of course talking about Leonard Part 6, and in case you're wondering, no, there are not 5 other Leonard movies. It was just kind of part of the joke. Yeah, basically Bill Cosby as a superhero. I remember seeing it vaguely back when it was fairly new. All I remember is he saves the world with Alka-Seltzer. That's it. That's the only thing I remember about it. I literally remember nothing else about it, so it'll be a surprise to me as well. And then we got What Planet Are You From?, starring Gary Shandling and Greg Kinnear. And then we have Vibes with Cyndi Lauper, Jeff Goldblum, and Peter Falk. That was another one actually that kind of caught my eye, because I mean, you gotta love a bit of Goldblum, and of course Peter Falk I love from Columbo, so I just can't really read that at all. But anyway, so we got 4 movies in there, and one nice thing I like about these is they're actually not in the standard paper sleeves, and they don't cram too much per disc either. Each disc holds 2 movies, so dual layer disc with only 2 movies on it. So the nice thing about these sets is, first off, they're really affordable. You get 4 movies in there for under $10. Usually $10 is the max you'll see these go for. Often you'll find them for about 7 or 8. So really good deal, and usually a pretty good mix of movies. They tend to thematically group them, so this is all comedies, obviously. Next one, this is a really interesting mix, and actually contains some movies that I've been looking for a while. In particular, the first one, we have a horror movie quadruple bill, and the first one is The Return of the Vampire, which I've been wanting to get for ages. I've heard nothing but good things about it. It's Bela Lugosi essentially playing Dracula again, but not being a Universal film, they couldn't have him as Dracula, so he's as a Dracula-esque character. Apparently really, really good. I haven't got around to watching it. I'm kind of saving it for Halloween. But yeah, really looking forward to checking that one out, because you gotta love Bella. So this is like his last big vampire movie. I think he did a couple more appearances before, like he was in the Abbott and Costello one, I think, after this. But yeah, really looking forward to checking that one out. So that was the big reason I got this set. Then we have The Revenge of Frankenstein from 1958, which I believe is one of the Hammer horror ones. Yeah, it's one of the Hammer ones. So Peter Cushing in there. Great stuff. Then we got Mr. Sardonicus and The Brotherhood of Satan. Yeah, good stuff. So good mix of old school horror there. Got some, mostly from the 60s, I think. 60... Yeah, Revenge of Frankenstein is from 58. Mr. Sardonicus is 61, and Brotherhood of Satan is from 1970. The 70s were a great year, great like period for horror, because that's when they really started to push the envelope more, and you know, there was more blood and there's nudity and just violence and stuff. So there's a lot more. That's when horror got really intense, and it shaped the future of horror forever from there. The next up we got this is another kind of horror mix. we have another 4-movie collection. We've got Anatomy 1 and 2, starring Frankie Potente from Run Lola Run fame. That was reason enough for me to get it. Then we got Double Vision and April Fool's Day. Now, I actually mainly picked this up for April Fool's Day, foolishly thinking it was the original, because I didn't think the new one was old enough to appear on a collection like this. I mean, the new one only came out in 2008. It's only 5 years old, and already it's relegated to a bargain bin shovelware 4-movie release. But alas, this is the remake. It's not the original. I was kind of disappointed about that, but that's okay. Whatever. I mean, I'll check that one out anyway. I do remember seeing the original way back when it was new. And now you're probably going to be scratching your head a bit because you're going to see a bit of deja vu. Got some Blu-rays here. So I figured, well, I'll get the ones that are on Blu-ray, and then pick up the 4-movie collection, even though there would be a little bit of redundancy to get the ones that aren't on Blu-ray. So we have Anatomy 1 and 2. Oh, where have I seen that before? So yeah, so we got Anatomy 1 and 2 on Blu-ray. I just love me some Frankie Potente. What can I say? Franca, I guess it's Franca. I don't know, whatever. Lola. I love me some Lola. So this is actually a German film, I believe. But here's something interesting, okay? Comparing the Blu-ray to the DVD. The DVD version of Anatomy, the first one, you only have the English dubbed soundtrack, and that's it. You get the English dubbed audio and nothing else. Anatomy 2, you only get the original German language with English subtitles, and that's it. There's no other option. But that's the DVD. The Blu-ray gives you everything. You get the original German language. In fact, you get German, English, and French audio, so take your pick, and English, French, and Spanish subtitles, and that's the same for all 3. So you actually have the full spectrum of language options on the Blu-ray edition, plus the additional bonus of it being better picture quality. Now the Blu-rays, much like the DVDs, put 2 movies on a disc, but it is, of course, a dual-layer Blu-ray disc. And honestly, I'm really liking these Mill Creek Blu-ray releases because they don't fiddle with them. They present them as a nice, clean, untampered with transfer. Done. There's no messing around with it, no digital tampering, nothing. They're just presented as is. So essentially they get the transfers from the studio and they put them on there without any post-processing whatsoever. So if there's any post-processing on there, blame the original studio that they licensed it from. But I haven't seen any real issues on any of these that have stood out to me. I haven't sat down and watched the entire movies. I just kind of skimmed them to get a sense of what the quality was like. But I haven't seen anything that really stood out to me as being poor quality, so I'm quite happy with them. Yeah, so next up, another bit of deja vu. We have a Blu-ray double bill of Mr. Sardonicus and Brotherhood of Satan. Again, just picked this up because it was the only 2 that were on Blu-ray. Picked this one up primarily for Return of the Vampire, but also the bonus of having the Revenge of Frankenstein, which I think is now another one of the very few Hammer horror films I have. I've got another one, one of the, I think it's the Satanic Rites of Dracula in one of my public domain collections. So this may actually only be the 2nd Hammer horror movie I have in my collection. It's terrible, I know. I really need to bear down and get those. And then next up, couldn't resist this. Gotta love Van Damme. Yeah, I got a little Van Damme collection here. A couple of his, you know, 2nd, 3rd, 4th tier movies on Blu-ray. We got Universal Soldier: The Return and Second in Command. Universal Soldier: The Return, I think, is the 3rd or 4th movie in the Universal Soldier series. But, yeah, it's also got Michael Jai White in it, which is pretty cool. I'm pretty sure I've seen the original Universal Soldier, but I don't think I've seen any of the sequels, so this one will be new to me. I'm definitely going to enjoy checking that out. I'd like to pick up the other ones, though. Maybe just have like a Universal Soldier marathon. But anyway, that's pretty much it. 3 Blu-rays, 3 DVDs, whole pile of movies. A little bit of redundancy there just to get the upgrade on the ones that I could and get the additional movies that weren't included on the Blu-rays. And yeah, pretty good mix of stuff. A lot of horror, a little bit of sci-fi, some cheesy comedy. Yeah. Can't go wrong. I got to say, I'm really loving these collections that Mill Creek's putting out, because these are actually really nice quality, because they're not. It's not like they're 50 movie packs where they put like 4 or 5 movies on a single disc. These ones, they're actually taking the full capacity of the disc and using it for no more than 2 movies, and it really makes a difference. I mean, you get a nice bit rate of about 5 or 6,000. Sometimes as much as 7 or 8 for a lot of these movies, so they look pretty decent. And then these ones as well, you get a bit rate of around 25,000 kilobits per second for the Blu-rays pretty consistently, sometimes higher if they're shorter movies. And yeah, I definitely applaud Mill Creek for not only giving us a huge variety of movies, but actually giving them to us in decent quality and at an incredibly affordable price. So if you're looking to just get a pile of movies for your collection, this is a great way to go. You know, I mean, there's some pretty good stuff in here. I mean, a lot of it is B-list, but it's good B-list, you know. So yeah, check them out. This is only a small selection of the latest wave that they put out. Each wave they put out about a dozen for each collection. So there's a lot of new stuff that they put out. Just check your local store. You should see them, you know, pretty widely available. I see them all over the place. Bargain bins everywhere. Alrighty, thanks again, Mill Creek, for some awesome stuff. Looking forward to the next wave, whatever it happens to be. And thank you all for watching. So until next time, sayonara.